into no man's land in New Mexico, somewhere just outside Grant. If I can get Janice to take one more step.
That way. Just don't back up.
There she goes, folks. The Lord called her home. If we can see how high up we are without stepping off. A volcano. I'm going over there if I can. Bet. I'm going to try to get on this peak way out yonder. If I don't fall looking in this camera lens. I don't know if there's a way down or not. Oops. How do you get over there? Down here now. Now, get up here. Look at this. Look at that. I made it up on top. See if you can get a feel for where I'm at. And I'm out of breath. Ooh, look at that. Now that point, according to that chart, it's 8.5 miles from here. Right there. Pretty good zoom, I'd say. 8.5 miles. Sure that's crow flying miles too. Wave. Look down there. I hope this is this shows up. There's some kind of trail down through there. I hear another car coming. On the cleft of the rock. One more shot of this awesome wilderness. I'm on my way back. Boo. That first step is a doozy. And I gotta go back across there. Mama! A little closer to her. Back it out. On the way back, back up on top of these rocky area, there's actually pools of water. Little water, but water. Water. Pepsi. Okay, there's where we were. Back across that area and back up to here. Of course, there are the cars. I'm gonna try to. No, Henry, this isn't smooth. Bet you couldn't get your RV out here. Oof. Going down, anyone? Woohoo. Look at that. Oof.
Break your neck.
What?
Those kids said you're gonna fall and break your neck.
About me?
Well, look at that man, he's up there and he can't get down. Out that way.
The wind is picking up here. Ooh! Don't go no further. Ah!
Look at the colors of this rock here.
Where? Is that a fungus on there or what?
I don't know what it is. Well, I tried to walk down over here and it's got this where.
Those people over there, that's the rock where I went, I think. Heavenly days. Beautiful.
Oh.
This is a forest out here.
See how big the trees are, Mother? Huge. This is the next size. Looks like they could stand some water. Got little bitty pine cones coming.
big rock and the base that it's sitting on is amazing. We're down below now, as you can see.
Well, we can walk out that way.
And going below her.
Let's stick this in your pocket.
All I need is red bugs in my pocket.
Maybe I got rid of those.
Get locked up for taking piece of wood.
I'm mountain climbing.
Better get a good grip with your Reeboks.
I need some new tread on it. How'd you get over there?
Walk fast.
How am I gonna get back?
Stand up and walk.
Turn that camera off. In case I fall.
She made it.
Yay!
This is no place for blondes.
Some of those rocks got pink in it, like somebody spilled Pepto-Bismol.
Might have threw up.
Hey, here's a good place to sit. Take a sun bath.
We're almost underneath that one.
There was a rabbit. There's a rabbit. Joe, get the rabbit.
Where?
Come here, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
I'm getting to the point of things. I hope. Somewhere around this rock. As you can see, just a tad on the jagged side. And I got on the wrong shoes for this.
Here is Joseph on the other side of the mountain through this hole. Let's see if I get him in a close-up. Hello. Now I'm going to zoom out to show you how far he is on the other side.
Bye.
Bye. And there's Joe. There he was, and there he went.
I'm gonna try to tape this as we drive. It's absolutely beautiful. Mercy.
Turn or go straight?
Shoot this for you. Didn't mean to fade. And just saw a sign that says caution buffalo next 35 miles, so I guess we're out here where you can give me a home where the buffalo roam. Had to be a big mean buffalo to live out here. You think we didn't get out and ride? Look at this sign. We're 38 miles from civilization. Mercy. Here we go back. Now this here is what you call off the trail. You got it. We are on a little back trail. There's several campsites along through here. We're right at the base of those giant rocks. You can see. Ooh. Wow. This is back to where we were earlier. We're on our way back, hopefully, back to civilization.
Over there, isn't that beautiful?
One of us has got to drive. You got it? This is beautiful out here to me. I believe I found me a home site out here.
Entered the Indian reservation.
Wow. Look at that house in back of Mercy, Mercy. Bill Lovett, that's where I want my house, see? That's far enough from the road. May have to live by myself though.
Hermit.
Hold the wheel there.
Go out there to the caves and everything.
Look at all of this, y'all. All yins. I'm doing all this just so y'all can see it now. You understand that I'm suffering, slaving, just so you can see this video.
It's like Georgia, don't it? I wonder how trees can grow on rocks. Turn it this way. Look over my shoulder over here.
For you, this is where we came from. Isn't that gorgeous? Indians. Smoke signal. Says time to eat. We're out hiking today. We're going through all this we're walking on is lava from flow from volcanoes from time way yonder sometime. There's Jan the hiker. More later. This is where they say the lava used to flow. It's all caved in. Can you see? That is like a bridge there, and we're going past there. This looks like a safari outfit here. This is the other direction. See if I can pull it in. Oh man, yeah, thank you, Jesus.
You see from the air, you can see them, they just go on for miles and miles. You can see the tubes, it just looks like a snake.
And on top of what looked like the bridge. And there's the other one we just taped. There were a couple of foxes here. And let's see, they went that way. Bottom side, and we're going through there. What am I doing here anyway? Help! Henry, come get me. We're going through there? Sir?
The curly, the stuff.
The poi hoi hoi. This is hey ho, yeah, the curly.
Wait a minute, say that again.
This is poi hoi.
Up here?
Poi hoi hoi. Yeah.
And this is down here is what?
That curly stuff.
Is what?
H-O-E, H-O-E.
Say that again, Ernie.
Hoi hoi.
Hoi hoi. Maybe that's when they fell on it. They said oi oi. Now look at this, y'all.
Look at that right there. See how square it is? It's. I mean, this is fantastic.
I think they're gonna need that
Now we're inside and there's some kind of nest up there. Either eagle or an owl or something. Look at this ceiling, would you? Oh, no doubt about where you've been sitting. Bones. Did you say bone? So, following our fearless leader, Mr. Ernie, he said if he'll be with us through thick and thin, when things get thick, he's going to thin out. We just ran out of light.
You want that flashlight? Sean.
We're down below. This is, I guess, the way out. We're at the other end of this deal where a cave-in has occurred. This is professionally narrated by one lost tourist. I don't know where we're going, but right there's where we've been, if that's of any help. There's where I shot last. I don't know why Jan's so out of breath. We're going in another hole over. And going down. Wonder if you can see any of this.
Yeah, I did. Wait up. Wait up, Dad.
You bet.
Birds have been perching right there.
You gonna let Steve up in that hole? This is a dead end cave. This is where the owl was, and we got just a split second of him.
That way.
Yeah.
You have to cover your legs when you pick him up.
There he is, folks. All right, thank you, Jesus. We had a pastor go in there, but I don't see him. Him and his son, Stephen. I see a light. Well, pastor and son. Remember, it's on something that you have in your hand, especially on the flyers. I know it's on there. Call Jan or myself. If we're out of the office, we're never out of touch with this office. We're about to leave on another 2-week trip, but we'll be daily in touch with this office, no matter where we're at.
Okay, number 13 is very important also. All of it's important, but no cash is to be dispersed to anyone for any reason. 1 meal per person may be furnished. It's a $5 limit. Nothing else without authorization from the office.
Okay, the reason for this is, and please listen to what I'm saying. Some of you people have not been exposed to this kind of ministry. Some of you have. There is what I call professional truck stop bums. Now what I mean by that is they're not going to work. You couldn't give them a job. You couldn't hire them to work. But they'll come in and tell you every kind of story under the sun, from my family has been killed to my mother's in the hospital. You hear everything. The only thing, you tell them this gets you off the hook, by the way. The only thing you do is say, I'm authorized to buy you a meal, $5 limit, if you're hungry, and that is not to give them $5, that is to just get them something to eat. That's the only reason for that, okay? So, the only thing that you're authorized to do is get them a meal, something to eat. And if it's anything other than that, you call the office and tell them, here's the 800 number, call the office. That's better.
They'll take care of it.
And I'll take care of it from there. Whoever's here, whoever has the pager, by the way, if we're not here, somebody has this pager. This is not an answering machine, it's a voice pager. So give it your name, number, and a 3-minute message, and whoever's got it is authorized to take care of any need they have, and that person is trained by us and authorized by us to take care of their needs. You know, like I said, I could give you example after example, but you just hear all kinds of stories. But there are legitimate needs. There are people with legitimate needs. There are people that call home and find out somebody's dead, and we want to get them home fast. Now, we cannot furnish them airplane tickets, obviously. We cannot furnish them bus tickets. However, through our connections, we can get them for them. Delta Airlines in Atlanta has what they call a benevolence fare. It's about 50% off, but the situation has to be checked out. It has to be verified. If somebody's folks is in the hospital, you call the hospital. Simple. If they've been in an accident, either the police report, state patrol report, or hospital will know.
And on these questions, if you'll call us about the situation, we can make the phone calls and it won't cost you any money. It'll be the ministry picking up the tab and doing the checking. And we have specific questions that we ask and different things that we have learned over the 12 years. We've found out not to be afraid to ask questions, because that's how you're going to find out whether they do have a legitimate need or not. A lot of times we have more people that are not in trucking asking for assistance than we do truckers, because a lot of truckers take care of their own. But we are here for the drivers, and we do help drivers at different times and other people.
Okay, I just thought, I got a call this morning on the paper from a person in Shreveport, Louisiana, and he said,
Lafayette.
Was it Lafayette?
Called 2 more times.
Okay, Lafayette, Louisiana, and he said he'd been robbed. He was thousands of dollars.
Didn't leave a name.
I have no idea whether the story is true or not, but I called him back. He did not answer the page. I called the number, not the page. He left me a number and nobody answered it. But what I was going to tell him is, I'm sorry, but we cannot help you. You need to go to Traveler's Aid. You need to go to the Family and Children's Services, etc., etc. That's just completely out of our league. We don't do that. We're here geared up to help truckers. We're not trying to cut it down to just truckers, but that's what the ministry is for. Jail ministries help people in jail, right? And their families, of course. We help truckers and their families, you see. Any trucker's family can use the prayer line to call us at any time, toll-free from anywhere. So, please, we can't afford to get, callous. We can't afford to get cold, because people do have legitimate needs. But we have an obligation to our supporters, and some of you are our supporters. We have an obligation to see that monies are properly spent. In other words, we're the stewards of the money. It's not ours, but we're the stewards of it. And if a person has a legitimate need, I'm going to go as far as we can go to help that person. If he doesn't, my Bible tells me if a man don't work, he don't eat. Just simple as that. Without getting into politics, that's what's wrong with America right now. We're a welfare country, and that's what's wrong. We won't get into that. All right, let's go on before I get into welfare.
Okay, number 14. By signing these guidelines, I agree with the statement of faith, which is the page before the second page, and both pages of the guidelines, which, like I said, is the first and the second. Now, Joe is going to talk a little bit about the third page of the guidelines before we go on to number 15 and 16. And if you'll turn over, it says Guidelines Part 2, Subjects, Habits that would affect your Christian witness.
Okay. I did think it'd be necessary to do this. However, I was advised to do it by one of our team leaders. Okay, this is a story that actually happened to me. And if you'll just read that, it'll save me a lot of time talking to you. I'm going to drop all the way down to the big print close to the bottom, and it says, it will not be allowed by teachers of truck stop ministries, not only around the truck stop, but we require our teachers to be non-smokers, non-swearers, and non-drinkers. Now, let me tell you something. The prefix N-O-N means you don't do it. This does not insinuate that you don't do it just while you're at the truck stop. Now, how people change that around, I don't know. I'm telling you that when you sign this guideline, you're telling me that you never smoke, you do not swear, and you do not drink. Now, I'm talking about sipping, dipping, or flipping. No. I'm talking about you don't drink socially, you don't smoke anytime, and you do not swear. Now, you say swear, I'm talking about a 4-letter word, I'm talking about coarse joking, and so on. Paul addressed Timothy about this, and he said, abstain from the appearance of evil. No, I'm not perfect. Jan's not perfect. Not quite. But these are some things that we addressed at the top as habits that would affect your witness. I'm not saying that one of these things would make you go to hell. That's not my job. I'm not condemning you if you have one of these things in your life. It's not my job. But I am saying, if you have felt the call of God to teach His Word, you're a teacher of God's Word. That makes you a leader of men, automatically. And I don't mean men in the male gender, mankind. You're a leader, and you must learn to walk above reproach. So if I am requiring you to be a person who never smokes, who never drinks, and who never swears. I'm not telling you to be perfect, but these are some things and that would affect your witness. Any question, call me.
Because we used to all do that before we
Amen.
became born again.
I loved my Marlboro before.
Okay, 15, very important. All teachers must be an active member of a local church. Not once in a while visit that church, not once in a while on Easter or Christmas or whatever. You have to be a member of a local church because we will be calling your pastor for a reference on you.
2 reasons. And pastors that are watching this is why. Number 1, I'm going to ask your pastor about you if you're an active member. 2 reasons for that. Number 1, I want your pastor to know who we are and who you're getting involved with. Because everybody comes down the pike these days is not kosher, let's face it. All ministries are not from God. I'm not thinking of nobody in particular. I'm just saying, if I were a pastor, I'd be very protective of who my people get involved with. So I want to answer your pastor's question about who we are and everything else. 2, I want your pastor to tell me if he thinks that you're suitable for this work. Now I know that when I was born again in December the 19th, 1971, I figured by December 21st I'd have everybody saved. Right? You remember that zeal? But I didn't know the Bible. Okay? I knew what had happened to me, but I didn't know the Bible. I couldn't tell you nothing. So what I'm saying is we want you to be anchored, rooted and grounded, the word says, rooted and grounded in the Lord. And I want your pastor to tell me this. I'll require you, if you change churches, if the Lord, for whatever reason, leads you to change churches, you'll step down from teaching until, and this is not nothing against you, but just to get your family in the new church and get familiar with the new church and then come back to the team. We want you to come back. It's important for you to be established in your local church. Jan and I are members of a local church. We are in submission to our pastor of a local church. I believe in him that much. Truck Stop Ministries is a separate entity. It's not affiliated or associated with any church or denomination, but Jan and I are members in submission to our pastor, who also serves on our pastoral board. We have pastors that oversee us spiritually to make sure we're acting and reacting correctly. So that's very important that you do that. And of course it goes on to say, print your pastor's name and church number on the back. We will definitely be calling it before you teach.
One thing I'd like to say is don't get the impression that we think that you have to have a doctorate to come and teach at the truck
No.
stop, because you do not.
No.
It's just that we want to make sure that you have enough Bible in you that you can lead somebody to the Lord, and that you can be there, and not that you're going to be able to answer all the questions, because I'm sure there's questions that we would be asked that we might have to go and do a little bit of study on before we could answer them. But we do want you to be able to teach, like we use a lot of people that are Sunday school teachers or deacons or lay people or whatever. But I just wanted you to know that you do not have to have a doctorate or be ordained to be a part of this ministry.
And another thing, if you're a Sunday school teacher, you have your Sunday school material in some cases. That's okay to use as a basis for your teaching, but don't bring the Sunday school book itself, because if, you know, it's Baptist or Methodist or Pentecostal or what, we don't want that in there, you see. Because it psychologically causes problems for other people. And we just want to reach them for Christ. If you need a tag on that, then you're in the wrong business. I'll just tell you right now. We're not here to win people to Truck Stop Ministry. We're not here to win them to the Baptist organization. That's the church's job. What we do, of course, is we tell them, okay, if you're born again here today, go home, be baptized into the local body at home, and get your family in a church. If you're there once every 6 months, at least be a member of a local church. We believe in it very much. And the other page, the statement of faith, go over it in detail. There's only 11 points there. We won't go over it. It's very self-explanatory. Any questions, just call us. Okay. What I'd like to do now is fade out from here, and we're going to, I think, show you around the offices here, and a little bit about this place that some of you won't never get to see because you're so far away. Some of you are scattered all over the United States, Once a year we have a truckers reunion, and I pray that all of you will get to come sooner or later to one of those. So we're going to go now to maybe into the offices and show you the offices where it's all coordinated from. Thank you for sticking with us so far.